Hello, welcome to the Gen Tribe cast. My name is Vanessa Madrega, and in today's episode, we are talking about what kind of body changes did you experience while growing up. But before I start off, I'm joined by the lady and gentlemen. Most welcome to the Gen Tribe cast.
Thank you.
Like I said, today's topic is all about what kind of changes, body changes did you experience while growing up, yeah?
Yes,
We've all had those changes, right? So
yes.
start off with the leg. What kind of changes did you get?
At the age of 11 years,
Yeah.
I started experiencing a change in my breast, like my chest shape.
Yeah.
I got breasts. And I was kind of scared because at some time when you touch my chest, it hurts so much.
Yeah.
I had to my mom, I was like, Mom, things have changed. My chest hurts whenever I just started.
Before we dive into that, show you telling.
Yes.
And I also get to know the other change that you got.
The other change I got was my thighs like grew bigger. So I was like, what's happening?
Thought it was abnormal.
Yes, very abnormal. Then the other thing was a menstruation period
Yeah.
scar.
I'll come back to that conversation. Mister, what kind of body change did you get because of growth, body changes and all that?
Yeah, thank you, moderator. Me, during the time of my growth, I experienced a lot of changes. I can talk about development of hairs in your private parts, deepening of the voice, and mostly that scared me was wet dream.
Okay.
Yeah,
We shall dive
among
into that.
others.
Yeah. Okay. The lady you talked about the menstruation. Yeah. Most cases, some ladies think it's you're having a wound down there. You're having issues, and you're like, what will my mom think?
will my
What
mom
will my friends think? So, who did you trust with that information? Because you're a young girl, you're scared. This change is coming into your life. It's your first time. It's literally your first time you're doing it. Why did you pick that particular person to talk to?
Probably at that time I was home. The only person around there who I could tell that was my mom.
Yeah.
But I was in shock because I was like, if I can't crash, she think something else about me.
What did you think she would think?
Like that thing is abnormal at first. I was like,
Yeah.
I would think something. Just she trusts me. I don't know if she would think I'm disappointed.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, let me go and tell her. I shouted by the way, shouted. So she came. Like, what's wrong? And then something like it was very abnormal.
Yeah.
She told me what is it because I'm not talking with my mom.
Yeah.
So I tried to explain them because like tell me, told her. She's like, why are you scared? She can laugh. It's like I think it's very low, but then you're very scared. It's very normal. It happens to every girl. Because it's a normal, it's a physical body changing everyone.
Like she says, that thing is very low. The scare can come, you might think you have a wound, but it's not. To the gentleman, what is that sign that make you think, you know what, I can't keep this to myself. I really need to talk to someone. What is that sign of body change that came to you and you're like, oh my God, what is happening to me?
Yeah, mostly I want to talk about wet dream. Yeah. Uh, that time I got scared,
Yeah.
and the only person I could go to was my friend. You know, really, sometimes it's very hard to discuss some other things with parents.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, for some of us who grew up in the village, you have friends who are even bigger than you.
Yeah.
So that time I had to go to my friend. Then I told him what happened to me during what? Last night. Yeah. Then, you know, in the village, you cannot get someone, that person who can explain for you everything. What he told me, there was just,
Missing information.
yeah, he just told me that's what? Maturity. It will happen again and again. You're becoming what? Big.
Yeah.
You will what? Experience a lot. So that's all I can tell you about, see? Wet
Like you
dream.
said, it will happen again and again and again. It's not going to change, but it's a body change that keeps on coming, right?
Yes.
So you got to know that information, yeah?
Yes.
It helped you to like have a bit of literally part of it. But now when someone told you about it,
Yeah.
it became
Yeah.
so you come to school.
Yes.
There are a lot of ignorant people around you. Like you were ignorant. You thought you had a wound down there. So how can you help a friend or a fellow student or a fellow classmate attain that information once they come to you as you?
In general, we should sensitize them about what to do
Yeah.
during that time.
Yeah.
So that girls in certain periods should be told be very clean because that period is to be very clean because you're dealing. Most of us experience fracture by with the stomach pain, back pain, and then you have general body weakness.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you usually have to get enough rest. The best thing is having rest and general like physical body exercise.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that thing of having cramps, and then you sit down. That makes you like the whole body
Very
is very, very weak.
Yeah.
So you should get physical exercise. Another thing is the issues being about like personal hygiene should be too much. My mom told me when I still like at this age you are grown now. There's something you should learn to do. Engage yourself with the opposite sex should be limited.
Yeah.
Because you can make a mistake.
It shouldn't even be there. Yeah.
Because when you have sex at this time, at a certain risk, the issues will get
Easily.
easily.
Yeah.
Because at that stage, you have not a woman, you're
And
grown now.
become a mother.
Yes, the best advice is
Stay clean.
abstain.
100%. You're in school. What are you looking for? You said very delicate at that time. You can easily get any sort of infection. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's easier to stay clean. Yeah. To the gentleman,
Yes.
you got that information. You said you're from a village setting whereby information is less. There's a lot of misinformation. As a person who got to know that this happens to grown-up men, yeah, it shows that you've become a man.
Yes.
How can you help a fellow student here who is younger, doesn't know anything about it? How can you advise that fellow student, that fellow friend who comes to you, know what, man, last night was weird. I don't know what happened. Yeah? How can you help them understand that this is normal, it can happen, and it's going to still happen?
Yeah, thank you, moderator. Mostly, I can say is by educating them about those changes that always happen during what? Growth. Like, as I'm talking, just 2 days back, I had a friend who came to me and told me the same. Yes. Then I told him, he just told me, man, today I woke up, I found all over my what? My private part was full of wet stuff.
Yeah.
As a man, it will happen, but doesn't mean there's something what? Wrong. That's what? Maturity.
Thank you so much for being that.
Thank you, moderator.
Some will be like, man, totally normal, you get. So as we dive into the conversation of that, a lot of things that the body changes, a girl grows the breast, you get into it brings in a lot of bullying. Yeah.
Yes.
Have you experienced any sort of bullying at school?
Around from three.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know anything about the first school. That's like how I was.
Yeah.
She was scared. In going class, it was a proper sign, and then it happened in a battle about going class.
Yeah.
So she stood up. I saw her before, but she didn't know.
Yeah.
Excuse me. You have a problem and a very big one. You are failed. It's like, what do you mean by failed? Because she knew because we realized about those things in right now.
Yeah.
You know what does happen.
I know.
So I was like, glad we should go to our own should be just so far. So I had to go help her. But then before we went out of the class, so that baby always held me. Look at that class. What is happening? But oh my God,
It's
whatever
terrible.
it was.
Emotional. Yeah.
Felt so much. I was like, I'm so embarrassed. So I think we have been that way.
Very terrible. For the gentleman,
Yes.
have you experienced any sort of bullying or have you seen someone being bullied?
Yes.
Could you give us a hint of what happened?
I first need to tell you, bullying, to my own understanding, I think it's just an act of using force to make someone do things on your favor when he or she don't what? Want. So bullying, like at school, me when I was in Form 1, I could see those big boys from Senior 6. As well for me, I'm also in, I'm now in what? Form 6. You see those big boys from 6, Form 5, Form 4. You can make a Senior 1 kid who's young to go and fetch for them water and sometimes even wash their clothes. Yes. And I think the cause of this, sometimes in school, I'm a boy, I see these things always happen to what? Young kids.
Yeah.
And what is causing this too much is what? Being young. Sometimes they are also being dormant.
Yeah.
You see there are some young boys, they are very sharp, you cannot bull them. When you try to bull them, they report you immediately. What? To the administration.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for honoring our invite to be part of this Gen Tribe cast. We believe the things that you've talked about, many young kids out there will be inspired and they will have a change of thought in everything that happens about them. Thank you so much. I remain Vanessa Majega. This is the Gen Tribe cast.